Hey y'all, it's Tanisha T here of Bossing Up with the Hayes, where we teach you how to boss up as we boss up. Welcome back, family and friends. I am so excited to come back to you with this awesome video for so many reasons, right? First off, shout out to all of you because we are at 1K, okay? So thank you all. If you have subscribed, thank you so much. And if you have not yet subscribed, obviously we're doing something good here. So you need to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button because you're going to like this video. I already know. But make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. I have a special offer because I just want to celebrate being at 1K. I'm amazed. Thank you so much. All right, so as you can see, this is an awesome video. I want to get right into it. And without further ado, I want to make sure that I'm going to give all the steps I took to open my own event space. And I want to make sure I break it down to you in great detail, okay? I made this video a couple of months back, but I want to update it and make sure that I'm giving it to you the right way, all right? So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so to open your event space business, I want to make sure that all of my friends out there are starting their business the correct way, right? The right formation. So first off, step one, you're going to actually register your business with your Secretary of State. Register your business, whatever state you live in, you need to go on the Secretary of State website to register your business. And my friends, be wary. There are third-party companies out there that are pretending or emulating themselves as the state or an official business. You can do it yourself. No, you're gonna do it yourself. That's what we're gonna do, okay? You don't want to be throwing away money. You're a new business owner. You want to be putting your money into your business, not just giving it away, okay? So be mindful, look for the Secretary of State official website, and the fees can be anywhere from 100 to around 2 something, okay? So do not be tricked, please, all right? If you have any questions, link me in the chat. Send me the link to it. Oh, Tanisha, do you think this is the right one? Let me know, okay? I want to know. I want to make sure all my friends out there are being taken care of and not being taken for, right? So that being said, business formation, right? The next part of business formation, uber important, guys, is your EIN number. Your EIN number. That is your social security number for your business. Without an EIN number, you won't be able to open a business bank account. You won't be able to access business funding or business credit cards, okay? So, and guess what, guys? The EIN number is the free part, right? So where you go for the EIN number, you go to the IRS website, all right? www.irs.com, EIN number. It'll take 15 minutes, but you have to do it in the steps I told you. Business formation with your Secretary of State, then EIN number, because they request that number from the Secretary of State for the EIN number, okay? Great, so we got that down. Step 2, wait, pause. Are you taking notes? Everyone better have their notebook out taking notes, okay? Because note takers are money makers, just saying. All right, I don't want you to miss anything. All right, next, you need to find your space. This is actually one of the fun parts of this. This is just a fun experience, opening your own business, first of all, right? It's life-changing. You are going to be, setting an example for your family. I can't tell you how many people in my family look at me different and talk to me different now that I'm a business owner, right? So it's going to be a fun, life-changing, exciting experience. So I want you to take that nervous and excited energy and put it to use, right? Make sure you don't get lazy and you keep going, all right? And don't get dismayed because it's, like I said, it's new, all right? So that being said, I went on a ramble, I'm sorry. Step 2, you're gonna go find your space. I have 4 methods that I love to use, and I use them kind of interchangeably to find my space. The first method I want to talk about is Craigslist. Craigslist is a great resource to find commercial spaces. So you just go ahead and go on Craigslist, search for commercial space in your area, and then you just take the information down and reach out to the landlord. The next method you can use is called loopnet.com. Loopnet.com. Loopnet.com is like a Zillow or a website that houses commercial real estate that you can view easily and in one step. So once again, you search your area, you look at the square footage, and then you go from there, reach out to the necessary people in charge. The next method I like to use is the drive around method. I believe that all of us as new business owners need to do the drive around method so you can actually put rubber to the road, right? Actually go and touch the window, look through it, see what you're willing to deal with, right? Do you need to take out floors? Do you need to take out the ceiling? And you might be surprised. You might stumble upon your space that time. And the last but not least method is a realtor, a commercial realtor at that, right? You can hire a commercial realtor and you can even send them spaces that you've seen, or they can go ahead and do their research because they have access to their MLS, right? The only thing I have to tell you about the realtors, they might take their own time, okay? But guess what? They work for you. So you don't necessarily have to stay with that one if they're not moving the way you want to move. I have mentees that have had 3 realtors, right? So it's up to you. You're the boss, right? You're the boss. You tell them what you want from them because they're getting paid a really nice amount to find you your space. So that being said, you hear me say you have to pay. This is the major key when it comes to the commercial realtor. The landlord of the potential space has to pay the fee to the realtor, y'all. So you get the expertise of a realtor working for you, and the landlord has to fit that bill because guess what? The landlord wants somebody to rent their space for the, this extended period of time, and they're motivated, so they're willing to pay that amount of money. So you see how that's awesome, right? So, but I like my mentees or my friends to be informed. So I would use all of those methods prior to using the realtor so you can have something to talk about. What are you looking for? You know what I'm saying? Like you have some knowledge of the type of space that you want them to find you, and they're not just giving you whatever. Okay? So there you go. The next step, we're at step 3 now. So in my mind's eye, you have found your space, you're happy with it, you're ready to go, you're about to get your letter of intent, and then you're starting the negotiation process, right? So in the negotiation process, you will be presented with a lease, right? The commercial lease. Mind you, be mindful that commercial leases can last from anywhere from 3 years to 10 years, right? I've seen a mentee got offered 2 years, but it's not common. So just be mindful of that. But this is where you got to put your boss hat on, right? You're CEO, right? You have an LLC, right? You can negotiate for yourself, right? You don't have to just sign whatever the landlord gives you. Absolutely not. If you are not comfortable with 5 years, you negotiate. I want 3 and I'm going to give you this. And then they'll come back and you can go back and forth for however many times until you get to a term that you're comfortable with. Okay? You're a boss. Act like it. All right? Next thing I want you to negotiate in your lease, be mindful of all of the big equipment in that business, right, guys? Like the AC unit. It needs to be written out in black and white. Who is the responsible party for maintaining, replacing, anything when it comes to those big, expensive pieces of equipment, right? If you have a kitchenette, who's responsible for maintenance of the kitchenette, right? If we have a plumbing issue, if we have a refrigeration issue, right? If you are living in those cold states and you have heaters, radiators, I don't know what y'all use, I'm sorry. But whatever it comes with heating, make sure it's written out in your lease who is responsible, okay? Because we don't want 2 years down the line in your lease, you rolling, money coming in, you booked out every weekend, and boom, the AC goes, and then you looking at the landlord and the landlord is looking at you. We don't want that, okay? And guess what? It's not gonna happen, because you're gonna have it in your lease, and it's gonna be clearly laid out that the landlord is responsible for A, B, and C, and the tenant is responsible for A and B. All right. So you can negotiate anything else too, guys. If you are in an awesome area and you want to stay, and the landlord is responsible for the, say, plaza, right? And if you want to put in your lease, you are not allowed to lease any other event space businesses in the area. You can put that in your lease, 100%. You sure can. Because that's protecting your business, right? And your revenue, if that is something that you feel necessary to do, right? So all those things being said, the lease is not a binding contract until you and the landlord sign it. So all the terms in there are negotiable. All right. Next thing I want to talk about is financing. Step 4. We're going to need funds to get into this. No problem. Let me give you a few ideas of how to get funding so that you can get into your space. You can go ahead and use your savings account. You can go ahead and create a GoFundMe for your family and friends. And you can go ahead and you can get access business credit because you've already had a business. Your business is established, right? You have your LLC, you have your EIN number. You can go in, if your personal credit is set up correctly, you can access business credit, right? And there's other funding options, but in the beginning part, you're going to be using some cash at the end of the day, right? To get into the space, to do the first, last, and security to get into the actual space. But after that, if you have good business, if you have good personal credit and you've established some business credit, then you can use your business credit cards to get everything you need for the business, such as tables and chairs and things like that. But if you want to hear a little bit more about financing, like business financing, just comment below and let me know, and I can go into more detail about that. Okay. But in the beginning, guys, just know that this business is going to generate anywhere from $10,000 to $50,000 a month, right? So if you are lucky enough to have that rich auntie, or if you are that rich auntie, right, you will 100% be able to pay back whatever money you were loaned or borrowed within 3 to 6 months of opening your business, right? I would not advise my friends to use your personal credit and get a loan unless you are mindful that you're going to pay it back, right? You are allowed to do whatever. You're the author of your story, right? But remember, your personal credit will affect your business credit in the beginning. So just don't tank it. Don't tank your personal credit to get into the business, okay? That being said, let me take a pause. If you're liking the content so far, smash that like button, because at the end of the day, you know how YouTube do, all right? So go ahead and smash that like button. And I just want to say, I want to shout out to my 2 friends, my 2 mentees, Miss Tamra. Let me make sure I get her name right. Thelma. It's Thelma. Thelma has gotten her space. I'm so excited. Her 1,500 square foot space in South Carolina at that. So shout out to you, Thelma. And then also my friend Michelle has been rocking with me. My mentee Michelle in Texas has gotten her space too. She actually lucked up and got a 2-floor space that she gonna get a 2 for. She's gonna be able to use the venue downstairs and rent out the top. Maybe we're talking about like a salon suites or maybe an apartment situation. So we over here winning. You want to get into this crew, we over here winning, okay? So shout out to my 2 mentees. They got their space off of this exact same blueprint. Just stay tuned to the end. I got a little bit more to tell you. Nonetheless, let's keep going. All right. So step 5, you need a website, right? A website to be a landing page and also share information with your clients. And not only that, make sure that when you go to the bank looking for funding, they can actually search your business and you actually have a business, right? Because at the end of the day, friends, we're in the 20th century. If your business doesn't have a website, then are we really a business, right? So you make sure you establish a website. They are not expensive, guys. Please do not spend an exorbitant amount of money on a website. If you would like my link to my website developer, I get no affiliation. I just loved the person that made mine, and I really loved the price. Okay, it was under $200, and it's awesome. So that being said, if you want that link, let me know, and they can create it for any business. Okay, so your website is important, guys. It's important. Don't put it off, and don't stress it. You don't have to be the web designer. They do that for a living, okay? You just give them the ideas of how you want it to look and the information, and they'll input it for you, okay? Next, step 6, we rolling. We only got 3 more. Step 6 is pricing, okay? How do you come up with your pricing for your packages, right? Or because at the end of the day, we're here to make money, right? How do you come up with those prices? So the way that I came up with my prices was that I did some research with venues in my immediate area, right? Because that's your competition, right? It could be your competition, but it can also be your coworkers or your partners, right? Because I'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. But so I looked at their pricing, their packages, and then I looked at my venue, right? Compared them in sizing, right? Square footage, and then also value. What are their packages offering, and what am I willing to offer? Do they offer decor? Do I want to do decor? Do I not want to do decor, right? Do they offer special chairs? Do I just have regular chairs? Do I have the designer chairs, Chiavari chairs, right? If I have the more valuable stuff, I can add more to my package, right? To say that I'm offering more value, right? But if you want to say, I just want to be simple as possible, you can do that also, and you can still get to the bag. So it's just how you want to run your business, my friends, okay? So just be mindful of that. And what I was going to say about doing your research, guys, you can make friends. We don't have to be competitive, right? We're going to be competitive in the pricing to the customers, but to each other, a friend is a friend, right? So if they're booked on that day, right, and they know that you came over and you were cool and you made friends with them, don't you think they would rather say send that client over to you? They lost the money anyway. They're not going to be able to make it, right? So don't you think they would rather send you someone to say, oh, my new friend over there needs bookings? And I'm going to tell you, when I just started out, that's how I got my first month booked up, was from making friends. So that's just a thought. It's up to you. It's just a thought. Because at the end of the day, one hand wash the other, right? Let's spread kindness. All right? All right? That's one of my things. But if they want to act up, then they stay over there. All right? Just same energy. We gonna reciprocate the same energy, but we're gonna kill them with kindness first. All right, y'all? Kill them with kindness. All right. So that being said, we did our research, and now we can create our own packages, right? Add value, y'all. Add value. My biggest thing was when somebody came in, you don't want to go nowhere. After you've met me, you see my package, you see my place, you're not going to want to go anywhere, right? And at the end of the day, when you have to make sure you're mindful of the cost now, when you buy these things, they'll be used over time. So they'll pay for themselves. So just be mindful of that. Last but not least, marketing. If they don't know you, how they gonna come pay you, right? They gotta know you, y'all. So don't be scared. You need to put yourself out there. Right now, if you're thinking about it, go secure your business name on IG, right? You don't have no business yet, but you're gonna have one, right? So secure your business name on all social media platforms before you even sign, before the ink dry on the lease. Secure all of your social media handles and make sure that you're securing your name on GoDaddy so that when you're ready, you can hit the ground running, y'all. Create a Facebook group. I got this play from my friend Michelle, my mentee who got her space in Texas. Create a Facebook, Facebook page, a business Facebook page, right? And then you have your GoDaddy website, www.abcvenue.com, right? And you can have the web developer link that GoDaddy, right, to the Facebook group or the Facebook profile until your website is ready. Look at that, right? So at least they'll have a landing page. If they type in www.123venue.com, they'll have somewhere to go until your website is ready. You can have that for free. All right, so that being said, those are my ways that I was able to get into my space. And if you follow those steps, you will be 100% be able to get it. But if you feel like you had a great experience learning these steps, let me know if you want to join my mentorship. Text the number here to join my mentorship. And let me tell you, if you feel like you got value from here, you have so much more to get from our mentorship. It is an amazing time. It's a community. We're having fellowship. We're laughing. We're cheering each other on. We're growing together. And as you can see, the proof is in the pudding. My people get their stuff done, right? Because at the end of the day, you have to put the work in to get it done. But I make it easy for you at the end of the day. So that being said, if you have not hit the like button yet, you better hit that like button. And at the end of the day, my friends, I am just so thankful to continue to be able to come to y'all and give you these gems. I hope you feel the love I have for y'all through this camera, and know that I want everybody to win. Literally, I want everyone to win. So one last thing, please comment below and let me know where you are in the world. I want to know where you are. I just want to know where my videos are popping up at, and it'll be cool to give me a little shout out from wherever you are. If there's any particular topic you want to hear me make a video about, put that in the comments also below. All right, so here are my social media handles. Please follow me, and until later, guys, continue to boss up as we boss up.